Welcome to Speak, Think, Serve, the blueprint for growth without burnout. Sharpen your words, strengthen your mind, and serve with intention.
Welcome to Chapter 6. Today, we're digging into something most people overlook, but it quietly shapes your reputation every day, not just what you say, but how you say it. Because in every conversation, the mode is the message. A text can feel dismissive, a call builds trust, an in-person talk shows care. Choosing the right channel isn't just good etiquette, it's leadership. Mode equals meaning.
I love this topic because it's so real. Like when a big client has a serious complaint, do they get a thoughtful phone call or a cold, emotionless text? The message matters, but how you deliver it. That's what people remember.
Exactly, and it's not just a vibe thing. There's real research behind this. Harvard Business Review, Forbes, even McKinsey, they all point out that teams who rely too much on one-way written messages like email, text, or chat actually underperform.
Yeah, and it's not just about performance, it's also about trust. Salesforce found that 86% of employees say ineffective communication is the root of most workplace failures. And Mehrabian's research, this is the classic one, shows that tone of voice and body language carry way more emotional weight than just the words, like 93% of the message. So a text only conveys 7% of the intended communication. Is there any question why you're missing the mark?
That's wild. And it makes sense, right? If you're confirming lunch, sure, send a text. But if you're delaying a project or giving tough feedback, hiding behind a screen, it doesn't cut it. The effort you put in is the care you give. That's the core principle here. Mode equals meaning. The way you deliver a message is the message.
And honestly, I think a lot of us default to what's convenient, not what's effective. But leadership isn't about convenience, it's about intention. If you want to be respected, if you want to avoid drama or confusion, you got to choose the high road, even if it's a little harder.
Yeah, and building on what we talked about in previous chapters, those power 10 words and intentional language, this is the next layer. It's not just the words, it's the channel. The medium sends a message before your words ever do.
So let's get practical. There's this idea I use with clients called the message meter. Basically, the more urgent or emotional the message, the more human the channel needs to be. If it's high stakes or high feelings, go in person or pick up the phone. If it's just logistics, text or email is fine.
I love that. Effort equals respect. If it's big, don't make it small with a text. I mean, would you want to get dumped by text? No one ever said, "I'm so glad they fired me" by email.
That's so true, and I've seen it go wrong. I had a client, this was a few years back, who was super frustrated about a project delay. The team kept emailing updates, but the tension just kept building. I finally just called him. 10 minutes on the phone, and we salvaged a 6-figure deal that would have totally collapsed over email. Sometimes you just need a human voice.
That's a perfect example, and it's not just about saving deals, it's about building relationships. Erica Dewan's book, Digital Body Language, talks about how we've forgotten that tone, intent, and respect don't always translate in digital. Reading carefully is the new listening, writing clearly is the new empathy, but sometimes you just need to show up in person.
And Kim Scott's Radical Candor makes the same point. Tough feedback deserves a voice, not a Slack message. If you care personally and challenge directly, you got to pick the right channel. Otherwise, even good feedback gets rejected because it feels cold or careless.
And let's be real, email and text are for logistics, not leadership. If you're confirming a product delivery, text is fine. If you're giving feedback about a safety shortcut on your crew, that's an in-person conversation. The effort you make shows how much you care. Your effort defines their experience.
Yeah, and I'll add, don't be a thumb warrior. If you find yourself escalating a disagreement over chat, just pause and say, "Can I give you a call?" It's so easy to misinterpret tone in text. And honestly, most conflicts get resolved way faster when you just pick up the phone or meet face to face.
And praise too. If someone does great work, don't just text "nice job." Go over, look them in the eye, and say it. That's how you make it land. That's how you build trust and connection.
Totally. And for anyone listening, here's a quick exercise. Audit your sent folder. How many messages did you send this week that should have been a call or a walk down the hall? Try delivering one compliment in person tomorrow. See what happens.
So why does all this matter? Because in business and leadership, mode equals meaning. The way you deliver your words builds or breaks trust. It's not just about getting things done, it's about how people feel working with you. That's what gets you promoted. That's what builds teams that actually work.
Yeah, and leaders who know when to escalate a conversation, who don't hide behind a keyboard, those are the people who get noticed. They're the ones who build real relationships, not just check boxes. It's about emotional intelligence, executive presence, and honestly, just being a decent human.
And if you're listening and thinking, well, I'm not a manager yet, this still matters. Whether you're on a landscaping crew, in IT, or running a team, the way you show up, your effort, your channel, signals how much you care. That's leadership, no matter your title.
Couldn't have said it better. So don't just be someone who talks, be someone who's heard. That starts with how you speak and how you deliver your message. Do the action steps. Try one thing differently this week, and let us know how it goes. We love hearing your wins, challenges, and fixes.
Absolutely. And one more thought before we go. Bottom line, communicate to build relationships, not just exchange information. That's how trust grows, careers move, and real leadership shows up.
Wow, love it. I'm writing that down right now.
Thanks, Miles. See you all in Chapter 7.
You've been listening to Speak, Think, Serve, the blueprint for growth without burnout. Remember, ideas don't change things. Action does.